Hello everyone, David here. With this video we start a new series called Fix My Mix by popular demand, and also because I want to give the chance to everyone to see what they get with this subscription to the channel, which not only gives you access to the already big and always growing library of in-depth professional mix and mastering courses, tutorials and videos, but also mix consultations with me. So with this series everyone can get a general idea of how those mix consultations work, what to expect. Of course, these are going to be a quick and easy version of them. I'm not going to go into that much detail as I do for real consultation, but I hope it's still going to be helpful and fun. I'm going to listen to your mixes. These are all mixes sent from subscribers. Analyze them, see what's wrong, what can be fixed, what can be improved, either in mix or mastering. So let's get to the first ones. Hello everyone, welcome back to MixPass TV. Hope you're having a great day. Before we start, of course, check the info box down below for my mixing courses on Pro Mix Academy. Free plugins, special discounts and offers, new every month. And if you want to support the channel, but most important, access to the exclusive content, click the join button down here, see all the perks of becoming a MixPass TV member. This video is also about that. So let's get to it. Another episode of Fix My Mix where I listen to your mixes, guys, and I give you my feedback. So let's get to this one. It's called Blood Moon Girl or something like that.
Welcome to the dark side. Black Rose.
Sci-fi, I'm playing some bye-byes. My vision's a high, trabalhas de sci-fi. That's how it's my down reply. Machine of drive-by, but no time. Sci-fi, I'm playing some bye-byes. My vision's a high, trabalhas de sci-fi. That's how it's my down reply. Machine of drive-by, but no time. No, 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 no. No me doare dacă yeah. Hai mai bine lasă-te. Grijă mare, vezi că nebunie trebuie să mai vezi și razele eu. Văd doar spiritere, slec și reagărenu. Șterge-o fegărenu, ți fac de-amblalele nu. Mă ține în o viteză ca ananas, ca Rubento. M-am trezit deodată, nu știu dacă e rău. Luminează ochii la sere în gol. Vibrează cerul, nu cred că mă mai întorc. În grijul său.
Alright, let's stop here at the 1 minute mark. The first thing that I really like about this mix, actually two things that I like about this mix, which is really good, actually. I love the automation of the effect, the reverb here in the very first 10 seconds or something.
Welcome to the dark side. Black Rose.
That is really cool. That's what I want to hear from you guys. It starts far away, the percussion parts with the reverb, and then it slowly dries and transition in the very dry vocal sample. And then the vocal sample stays dry and the reverbs come back to introduce the listener to the verse, the beginning of the song.
Rose.
Sci-fi, I'm playing some bye-byes. My vision's a high, trabalhas de sci-fi. That's how it's my down reply. Machine of drive-by, but no time.
The second thing that I like about this mix is the low end is very well controlled and it translates very well from my main to my mid to my small speakers. Okay, so that's good.
That's how it's my down reply. Machine of drive-by, but no time. No.
This passage is good because you have this low tom percussion that have a different depth and low end than the 808. That creates a moment which is still powerful because you hear the toms, but then it's more powerful when the 808 comes. That's what I want to hear.
That's how it's my down reply. Machine of drive-by, but no time. No. That's how it's my down reply.
And here I want to show you guys how this is well done. We have the fundamental here around 55, which is the A note. And then the toms, which still feel low, and they are low, but they are at 90, all right? So you have a slight shift in energy in that moment that keeps the low end alive and powerful. It's just a little higher. and then it goes back to be deep at 50. That's cool. Listen, look at this node here, and look at this. This is where we come from, all right? And then the toms hit here, and then we go back there. That's a good transition. All right, that is a really good transition. Okay, there's good and bad on the vocal. There's some vocal production, it's not enough for this genre, you need to be on top. And there's two things that I don't like. The beginning, the intro here, there's a very well balanced combination between what vocals are in the mid and what vocals are on the sides. I would open those sides to be crazy wide, because in this genre you have to. And I think I'm repeating myself, but for this one I would just hook up my spacecraft and just, it does crazy things. Nothing else does it like that. And you can't beat the width of that unit. The plugin could do, but it's not the same. So that is good. But here, so there's two problems with the vocals. One, still lack some real vocal production. I would want a double for this vocal at all times, whether it's mono or stereo. I would want a double. I would want parallel channels because it's a little weak. The track is powerful, the music is powerful, and the vocal is a little bit too weak in those passages. When we go to the verses, when the vocal is in your face, that's enough. But here I would want a little more power, a little more saturation on a vocal. And my problem here is the ad-libs background are not synced perfectly, and they're a bit too different. And for this genre, I like them to be more kind of the same. And they also have an EQ that is a little too close to the lead vocal. I would want a different color for them. But the syncing part and the fact that they're not steady and just change the stereo field from this wide to this wide is not happening. They're just there, they're ear candy, but they could be a lot more than this. The verses are a lot better, and also here something really good has been done. The hooks or bridges, the part that comes before, the vocals, all of them are a little more synced into the music, a little too much, but still there's the effect that it should be for a track like this. Hooks and bridges, they're a little more inside the music, and verses, they pop out. That difference is really important, and it works for this genre well. Let's go from there. And also here the doubles are better than in the other part. That's how I would want them. I would probably add more than this, but the EQ on the vocal has a couple of problems for me. One, it's a little dark for this genre, and I suppose it could have untapped potential around here 5K. Let's see if I'm right. All right, you hear? Now, of course, I'm exaggerating and everything else is coming up. We shouldn't. This should be a move done on the vocal only, not on the mix. But you hear there's this clarity here, the famous golden range. This vocal can be a lot more clear, a lot more present, and I don't know, it just enhances her voice a lot more if you boost this range a little bit. It's between 5 and 6K. I will go even further. Of course, now the snare is annoying, but you get my point. And also there's a resonance. that you can hear better in this part when it's almost soloed. This is kind of a wolf note, similar to what we find in bass sometimes. It's just no matter what notes she sings, that resonance there, that note there is always there, and it's kind of sound a little top beat like this. And it could be controlled easily with the dynamic EQ. You hear it already make the vocal clear just even doing it here on the master. All right, but it's a good mix.
M-am trezit odată, nu știu dacă e rău. Luminează ochii la sere în gol. Vibrează cerul, nu cred că mă mai...
Here, in those parts though, there's very little stereo information. You can't open it.
La sere în gol. Vibrează cerul, nu cred că mă mai întorc.
Probably you could do something like this.
La sere în gol. Vibrează cerul, nu cred că mă mai întorc. În glij nu stau. Sci-fi, am plecat în bye-bye. Mă vision să high, treaba asta e sci-fi. That's how it's my down reply. În mașină drive-by. No time.
Again, I feel like there could be another one of those invisible ambient on this vocal, maybe a little very short delay here to make even the lead mono vocal a little present on the sides a little bit, not enough to take away the widening effect of the doubles, but enough to not have it like so lonely in the middle when only the lead is there. Okay, before going to the male singer, again, nothing happens, and that's my pet peeve with these mixes. There's no automation. There could the synths in the background could be sidechained to the vocal. They could be automated to the level manually. The vocal is a little too synced in, also because it lacks that clarity that it should have, and that's also why it feels so synced in. And the snare is weak. You have a really powerful kick, and on these kind of songs you kind of have to decide what drives the song, if it's mostly the 808 and the kick or the snare, but because they're not clashing frequencies, you can have power on both. At least to pick one or the other is more of an artistic choice, so you have freedom to do that, but you still want the two elements to be balanced. And in this case, you have this powerful kick, which could use a little more click and a little more transient, but the snare is weak. I would want more snap for that snare, a more defined transient, because the clappy snares, I'm not a fan of them by themselves because they flam and I can't get that snap, but I can't do it here. But you know what I mean? Without. Now this is too much, but you get the feeling. Okay, so that could be something we could do here. From the female to male. All right, that's good. Good transition, good change in energy from here, then the bridge, and then he pushes more. It's well compressed. I can hear the compressor working. I like it. I would enhance this bridge here, bringing the background vocals higher and wider, and then take them down. It would be even better, but it's a good transition. I like the performance. Performance is awesome because you can tell he's doing like one pass at the end. It's just pushing and pushing. I like that. That you can't mix it. You have to have a performance like that. So kudos to the singer. The mix engineer missed 2 chances here to automate saturation. When he pushes, just make it push even harder and just automate slightly, you know, some sort of saturation even in parallel or something. And the second big miss is throw a couple of these delays here, or reverse, or stutters, or some effects. You have so many chances. You could do all of them. And to throw like a bunch of ear candies that would make like literally would make the listener go back and listen back because all the tricks that you did. And that's a miss. You hear the difference between the male vocal is clear and EQ'd well, and the female is just, again, all tubby. All right, so that's something that needs to be addressed. And same for the rest, which I suppose is the same as the other. Okay, when you have an ending like this that basically repeats the beginning, repeats the whole chorus, you want to do a couple of things. First, this transition here needs to be the biggest. So skim down whatever comes before. Have that low bass there, just slow past that thing, all right? For a few seconds, even before, just before, like 1 bar before going there. Let me try to do it manually, like the poor man's way. That's easy. And the second, build an explosive sound, a boom, and tuck it in and make that last boom really happen. And then here at the end, because you repeat the same thing again, automate brightness, automate width, and what I would do, this is production, but still, your stab synth for the second part, which repeats, copy it, turn it an octave higher or a fifth higher or both, and also do the same with the vocal. Add a bunch of stack harmonies and make that final thing, you know, different. And maybe people will listen till the end because something keeps happening, okay? Well, that was a good mix overall. One of the best that we reviewed here on this series. So this is it for this video. I hope you liked it. I hope it was useful. If you liked it, please don't forget to leave a like and share the video. Comment down below. Let me see still if you like the series, and we'll try to keep it going, even though I don't have that much time. Click the join button down here to become a member and access all the professional in-depth mix and mastering courses here on the channel. If you don't see the button, I will put a direct link in the description box down below. Thank you for watching. Subscribe if you haven't already. Stay safe. See you next time.
Hands on my neck, hands